Hey adventurers, welcome to my first trip on my own with the baby. I am on my way to pick Lucy up and then we are going to go visit a friend. So this is a little bit momentous, teensy bit nerve-wracking, but I am incredibly proud of myself. It only took about 20 minutes from deciding it was time to go to actually getting in the car and being packed and ready to go. I think that's an achievement. Woo! Step one complete. Pick up Lucy from daycare. How's daycare, sweetie?
Good.
Was it good to see your little brother there? Yeah? Everybody was very impressed and said how cute he was, of course, because he's gorgeous.
And cute.
And cute. So yeah, now that that's done, I do start to remember how this all works. Feeling a little bit more natural, a bit more like, I can do this, whoop whoop. So I would call this a successful outing, even though we haven't quite finished, but do you know what, just call it successful, it's fine. This week has been pretty good. We had the CAFS nurse come visit yesterday. Aaron is growing well, doing well, all of that. A little bit disappointed though. She does a SIDS safety check and we got a side-by-side sleeper, specifically got a side-by-side bassinet to make night times easier. Turns out, not SIDS safe. You have to put the side back up after every time you've put it down, like the minute the baby's in it. So what is even the point? Like, I can't believe they even get to sell that. There should be something on it that says, hey, this isn't SIDS safe if the side's not up. It was, yeah, a little bit frustrating. And at the end of the day, I would much rather my child was safe than that I had a bit of convenience. Speaking of convenience, I dressed Aaron today in some of Lucy's old clothes and I couldn't help but giggle because, you know, it's all very pretty. But I noticed on social media the other day this big thing about how the big retailers aren't doing gender equal clothing styles, like as in the girls all say really cutesy pretty things and the boys' clothes are more, you know, future genius or looking at other stuff. And I thought, it's just clothes, guys. If it's really that big an issue, buy the boys' tops for your girl or the girls' tops for your boy. Does it even matter? Lucy wears boy shorts because I can't find girl shorts that are an appropriate length. Seriously, what 3-year-old needs to show their entire leg? Not cool, man. Whatever, guys. Just move on. Well, we made it home without incident. I did take the long way on account of the fact that I don't fancy my chances against a kangaroo, especially at this time of night. I don't know if you can see the shadows, but it's starting to head towards the end of the day, and that's when the kangaroos tend to come out. Really excited to find in the post my first full-size product for the beauty challenge on Social Soup. It's where you get to, you know, try things out. So this is a makeup palette. These are my colours, so I'll be trying that out this week. And that brings us to my favourite story from the week. Comes from one of the weekend papers. They were interviewing a gentleman who volunteers cuddling babies. Best job ever! Those of you who are fans of Breakfast with Kit and Pete on 107.9 Life, a little while ago now, we did actually talk about this, and it's big, I think, in several of the US hospitals, and apparently in Melbourne there are a couple. And so I was chatting about this with my little sister. She works in neonates. They don't have any volunteers where she is. And she was telling me how they're not allowed to like wear the babies or anything like that because they're worried about cross-contamination. And I had this idea, what if you got like cancer patients or renal failure patients, you know, people on dialysis, things like that, got them to cuddle the babies, right? So what better way to while away your time when you're in hospital? And it's obviously like, pick something that's non-infectious, like that's going to be safe for both patients. But then it's got to be a win-win for everybody. Baby gets cuddled, and we all know how important cuddling a baby is. And the other person gets to cuddle a baby, and we all know how important cuddling babies is. So that's my idea. I think we could change the world together. Well, that's it from me for this week. I'm hoping next week that I might give you a bit of insight into a day in the life. We'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, happy adventuring.